Okay.
Everybody's always looking for Cosmo. Yes.
Okay, we are live on YouTube.
All right, people, just remember, members of the board, that we are also being streamed live on YouTube, which is a little different from our usual meeting. But we wanted to reach out to as many people as we could, and that's what we decided to do.
Mike, can they comment on YouTube too, or they can just watch it?
So there's what they can do on YouTube is they can use the chat, the live chat, which is a little bit different from comments on video. So once they can use the live chat feature, and the only reason we have that activated is so that if there is some sort of technical error, there's no way for viewers in the live stream on YouTube to communicate with the administrator, which is me in this case, to inform them of technical errors on somebody else's end, except for that. Otherwise, comments are disabled for all of our YouTube videos.
Gotcha.
Hi, Larry.
All right, I'm going to turn my phone off.
Mayor has arrived. Wow.
Pete, if you could just make me the host.
Evening, everybody.
Hey, Pete.
Evening, Pete.
Hello.
Mayor Pete.
Can you just make me the host real quick, Pete?
Oh, yeah.
Also, Pete, you're gonna have to stick it out because you're the owner of the town's account, and that's what's actually controlling the importation onto Rev for captions.
Gotcha.
So if you leave the captioning software on the back end will crash.
So Walter, Larry's a full member, right? And Amy, there's no alternate yet, right?
No, there's no alternate yet. And actually, I think the only alternate that typically comes is Ray
Okay.
Jankowski. The other alternate is Joe Gregorio.
Okay.
Those are the two eligible alternates. And since there's a Republican seat open, that automatically gives the nod to Ray Jankowski.
Okay. So if he comes on, he's seated. Okay.
Yeah, we automatically seated, yes.
Pete, are you going to be an active member here tonight, or are you just watching?
Just watching.
Do you mind if I mute your video then?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
The only thing I would say, Pete, is we want to see your American flag when I asked the
I got something for you.
Gotcha. Mike's got it, I think.
Oh, Mike's got the flag to come up like it does with the council. Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that's no problem. All right. So real quick, before we start, members of the Board of Finance, we have self-muting and unmuting disabled because we're in a public hearing here with lots of people. So I'm going to do my best to, as soon as you mute yourself, send you an invitation to unmute. And then you can either accept that invitation right away or let it sit in front of your screen and unmute yourself when you're ready. I believe Walter's going to kindly ask everybody to stay muted throughout the course of the meeting because it's just a hearing. But from a technical standpoint, that's what things are going to look like.
Okay. Let's give it another 2 minutes. I see people coming in, Mike. It is 7:00 now, but let's give it another minute or two.
All right, I'm just going to turn the sound off on the. Is Nancy McGavick a finance member?
No.
All right.
Actually, all the members of the Board of Finance are here now.
Except
Mike.
Joe. Except Joe, right?
Yes, except for Joe DiGregorio, yes.
All right.
Ray, you are seated, just so you know.
Thank you.
Although we're not taking any votes or any motions tonight, so.
Just the one to adjourn. Okay, real quick, last second. For anyone watching on YouTube or on Facebook or however you guys are watching this at home, if you want to participate in tonight's public hearing, you do have to join the Zoom meeting itself. There is a tiny URL link in this video's description on both of those videos. So if you want to join in on the Zoom meeting, click that link and that'll bring you into the meeting.
Okay, Mike, why don't we go ahead and call the meeting started and call the meeting
All right.
to order? Okay, welcome everybody to the public hearing on the budgetary, both Board of Ed and the town. I just want to go over a few things before we start. This is not a discussion. It is for the public to say what they want to say about the budgets. The Board of Finance will not respond in any way. Second, since we're on Zoom, please use the raise hand function. Each person will get 3 minutes to speak. Once we've gone through everybody that wants to speak, if somebody wants to have more time, we'll have a session of that afterwards. Mike, can we have the flag so we could have the pledge? All right, everybody, I'll lead with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And a moment of silence, please. Okay. Michael, are you going to handle the order of people that wants to speak?
Yep.
I see Megan Bird has her hand up, but I don't see anybody else up. So if you want to speak, please have your hand raised now.
Okay. So here's how this is going to work. As Walter said, this is to address the Board of Finance in regards to the budget. If you would like to participate in public comment, raise your hand now. That doesn't mean literally hold your hand up to the screen. That means to use the raise hand feature in Zoom. I think everyone should have plenty of experience using this at this point. So let me stop video here. So as mentioned, you'll have 3 minutes to address the Board of Finance. I'm going to keep a written list of the batting order, if you will, and I'll announce the person that's going to be pulled in, and I'll tell the next two people in order, in the order that I see the hands get raised. So as far as the order that I saw Megan Bird's hand go up first, so you're going to be pulled in just 1 second, and then Mandy, and then Hillary Ram. So Megan, and everybody, when you raise your hand, please keep your hand raised. I will lower it when you are done speaking. That way I can keep track of who actually wants to participate and who doesn't. All right. So Megan.
Hi. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great, thank you. Megan Bird, 2 Carlson Road. I don't unfortunately have any prepared remarks for tonight like I usually would. It's been one of those days, weeks, and years school-wise, which is why I am here and why I scrambled to join in tonight. I thank the town council for seeing fit to move forward the Board of Education's adopted budget as they put through, and for all of their hard work as well. And I'm here in full support of this board moving forward and sending the budgets, town and school budget, forward exactly as they are to the town for referendum. And that's really all I had to say. It's really important this year that we have a budget that we can rely on moving into next year as we're still struggling to come out. Saw a frightening chart on the governor's press conference this afternoon on his COVID update. We are number 3 in the highest category. New Milford is in the highest COVID caseload category as of today in the entire state, which was really scary to me. So we're obviously not past this hurdle. We're going to need money going forward throughout next year and probably a year or two after that as well to rebound from this. And I'm hoping that everybody in town will see fit to move this forward. Thank you.
Okay. Mandy, here's your invitation to unmute. Hillary, you are next. I don't see any other hands raised after Hillary.
Good evening. I had spoken at the budget hearing for the town council, and I said...
Mandy, I'm sorry, can I get your last name and address, please?
Oh, I apologize. Mandy McDonald, 6 Mohawk Acres.
Thank you.
I had spoken at the town council meeting that I believe that the Board of Education did their due diligence in really streamlining, and that town council has now put their stamp of approval on it, and it just really needs to pass. And I would like to see Board of Finance just accept the fact that town council and the Board of Ed have done what they needed to do and send it on to the voters. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mandy. Hillary, there you are.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Hillary.
Okay, great. It's Hillary Ram, 24 Little Bear Hill Road. Everything I was going to say has been just said, so I will say ditto to what Megan and Mandy have just said. I'm here in full support of the budget, particularly the Board of Education budget, that we all, sat in on those incredible meetings where their budget was presented, and I'm just very pleased that the town council passed it, and I'm just here in support of it and hope to see it passed here as well. So thank you for your time, and that's it.
Okay, Hillary. Walter, that is it for hands raised. Do you want to open it for a round?
I noticed we've got 24 participants. That's counting you and the mayor and the Board of Finance. That's 9 people plus 3 that spoke. That's 12. So there's another 12 people that haven't spoke. I'd like to give them the opportunity to raise their hands. We'll give it a couple of minutes. Also, if anybody's trying to get in the link from the live stream, we're gonna, let's see, it's 19:08 right now, 7:08. Why don't we give it another 3 minutes, Michael? And if nobody comes in, then I'm going to entertain a motion to adjourn since nobody else wants to speak.
Okay. For those also watching on Zoom, I apologize. The rev.com has crashed captioning. If you would like to get live captioning, we are live streaming this on the town's YouTube channel, which will produce captions automatically overnight. And also, since I'm sharing this on Taylor Media, since we're administering the meeting, since we're sharing this via Taylor Media's Facebook account as well, if you want to get live captions right now, it is available on Taylor Media's Facebook page. I did set that up for live captioning there too. So you can get live captioning there too.
So Mike, why don't we go to 7:15? And if we don't have anybody by then I'll put in a motion to close the meeting. That's 6 minutes from now. I see you just admitted Pete Helmus. Mike?
Did I?
See, we have several members of the Board of Ed. If they want to speak, they're more than welcome to speak.
Just raise your hands, folks. Let us know if that's what you'd like to do.
Walter, can I just ask, just so I can put in the minutes who the members of the Board of Education are? I see Wendy, Brian, Tammy. Am I missing another Board of Education member?
I thought I saw, another one, but I got a gallery view here right now.
Can you unmute Wendy? Maybe.
Yeah, and actually, if Wendy desires to speak, go right ahead.
Would you like me to send her an do you want me to send her an invitation?
Sure, send her an invitation.
All right. Wendy, your invitation's been sent.
And we have another person in the waiting room too.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening. I had not planned on speaking, but I'm happy for the opportunity. Thank you. I do see other Board of Education members on the meeting. I wanted to afford the town an opportunity. I echo the sentiments of previous speakers. The board worked diligently to present a budget which has been the lowest presented, I believe, in the last 6 years, 2.14%, which you will see in the letter of transmittal. And we are hoping that this budget will be embraced, supported, and that we can go out and pass the town and the board budgets. I'm happy to speak to any other aspects of it, but I sincerely am pleased with the process and the amount of collaboration and diligence that went into this. It was a very thorough process, and I appreciate the positive sentiments from both town leaders and public. So thank you.
Wendy, just so I know. So you got Brian.
I believe we have Brian, Tammy McInerney,
right?
Brian McCauley, Tammy McInerney, and I do not see, unless Pete Helmus is on here, I do not see any other members of the Board of Education. I believe Anthony Giovanni from the board, our finance department, is on this evening.
I see him. Okay. So,
and those are the Board of Education individuals that I see on the call. If I'm missing anyone, I apologize.
That's who I see too. So thank you.
Sure, Stephanie. Thank you. And thank you, Walter.
Do you need Wendy's address?
I'm sorry.
Wait a second. Cynthia Nabosny is on the call as well. She's a Board of Education member. She is in the meeting. And my address is 76 Bonnie View Lane. I am the chairman of the board for the New Milford Board of Education and also the chairman of the Operations Finance Committee. But we do have 3 other Board of Education members on the call.
Right. Thank you.
Welcome, Stephanie.
Mike, we've had a few people come in over the last few minutes. If those people want to speak here at this public hearing, you need to use the raise your hand function on your screen so we have an idea who wants to speak.
And then you'll have 3 minutes to address the Board of Finance. So if you'd like to, Walter is going to adjourn the meeting at 7:15 if we don't have any other indicators that people would like to participate. If you'd like to participate in public comment at this public hearing, remember to use the raise hand feature with Zoom. All right, Tammy, I see your hand is raised. I see no other hands raised. So Walter, I'm going to send her an invitation.
Sure.
Tammy, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Excuse me if you hear my son singing in the background. This is what happens in our household on a daily basis, especially when I'm on Zoom. I wasn't planning on speaking this evening, but I did want to jump on to thank all of the board members, all of the Board of Finance members for being on tonight, willing to listen, and also to partake into a discussion next week regarding the town and the school budget. As a Board of Education member and a parent of 3 children in the district, I can tell you that the Board of Education budget, there was a lot of thought and time put into this budget. There are so many things we're going to have to be prepared for when we open our schools in the fall. Not only mentioning the academic issues that may have happened in trying to get kids back up to where they should be after being remote or on hybrid. We are also going to be dealing with a lot of social emotional issues of kids who have developed a lot of anxieties, and a lot of these children who haven't been in school for the past year. There's going to be a lot of help that we're going to need, and money spent on making sure that our kids are okay. There's, as you can tell from our budget, there is not it's skin and bones like it normally is. There's nothing that we could possibly pull out of this budget that would not directly affect our children. And so I really hope that when you do your deliberations next week, you do take that into consideration, this really difficult year that we've had, and really support this budget, because we really are going to need every cent that we have. Other than that, I want to thank you all for your time. Again, just thank you for all that you do, because you are all volunteers. And as a volunteer, I know how much work is put into our town. So thank you so very much.
Tammy, can I get your address, please?
Sure, Steph. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Tammy McInerney, 33 Sterling Drive.
Thank you.
Okay, J.R. Miller, I see your hand is raised, so here's your invitation.
Okay, thank you very much. Just a local citizen here in New Milford. Have a finance background. I'm a CFO of a large national organization who lived here for 20 years. Have 3 kids in the town that have grown up here, and just appreciative of the fact that you had a Zoom call here to talk through the budget and look through it. I've looked through it. I support the hard work and efforts that all of you are doing on this. So just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to participate, even if it's just a brief call here and there's not a lot of controversy. That's good, but supporting everything you're doing. So I just want to say thank you very much. And just so you have my address, it's 191 Carmen Hill Road, number 2.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it, Walter.
Okay, last call, if anybody wants to speak. If not, I just want to say thank you to all the members of the Board of Education and their staff for the hard work they've done. Also to the members of the town, all the department heads and everything, and the work they did putting together the budget for this year. Since we have no more speakers, put in a motion to adjourn the hearing. Second, and voting on it from the Board of Finance.
Make a motion. This is Barb.
Someone second the motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank everybody. I appreciate your time for this evening. Stephanie, you have a last minute question?
No, I'm just coughing. Sorry.
Okay. All right, Mike, I guess that will be it for tonight. So we can close down the live stream.
All right, see you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Everyone's free to leave the meeting as they do. Mike, I'll hang around till I'm the last.